Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to add a comment if you will, and I'll happily respond at the end of the video. Now, let's carry on this talk with Fury, Wilder and all the fallout from their eventful rematch which took place last weekend. Now, I was speaking about some of the excuses that Deontay Wilder and his team were coming up with and how, disappointing it was to see that. I know Wilder did come out and say after the fight that he wanted to congratulate Fury, and he has done that, to be fair to him. But as you guys have all seen, I don't need to go over all of the excuses again, but there were plenty of them, and it just left a sour taste in my mouth, your mouth, and loads of other people's mouths, whatever, pause. But yeah, I just didn't really like the way how Wilder was going about with it. But one thing I do want to say, and one thing that I will highlight in this video, is about the fact that, Wilder did take a loss for the first time in his career, and some of the fallout I have seen from it, other than the excuses, which has obviously made it worse, but some of the fallout I've seen is made me think, like the reason why some of these undefeated fighters don't like to risk losing their L is because of, what they receive afterwards, on social media and all of the trolling and everything else. And, these fighters are human beings at the end of the day as well. So I just wanted to highlight in this video the importance of what Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did by fighting each other, and how it should set an example to a lot of the fighters today to take more risks. And if you do lose your unbeaten record, it's not the end of the world. You can bounce back. We've seen many times fighters that have taken an L and have bounced back. I mean, you've only got to look at the likes of Dillian Whyte, who took an L against Anthony Joshua back in 2015. Since then, it's only made him a better fighter, and now look where he is. He's in pole position to challenge for a world title, and sometimes a loss can make you a better fighter. Now, that obviously does come down to your team and what you have actually learned from the loss. Unfortunately for Wilder, unless it's just all a lot of smoke, it doesn't seem like he's learned a lot. But you'd hope that, he's got good people around him. They could advise him as to, the defeat and what he can do to learn from it. But he is approaching 34, 35 years old now. So that is getting on, even for a heavyweight. So Deontay Wilder can definitely bounce back, though. I have to say that. I mean, Tyson Fury, there's no shame in losing to somebody like him. I mean, he's the #1 heavyweight in the world. And yeah, the defeat was comprehensive, but fighters can bounce back, man. Anthony Joshua bounced back, and I know it's not the same sort of example to use, but in terms of like the fighters, but Deontay Wilder can bounce back, man. And I think it's just important for fighters to, take more risks in the ring in terms of being prepared to lose the unbeaten record, because I think after Floyd Mayweather retired, a lot of fighters wanted to be, that the new Floyd Mayweather, be the A side and, don't lose their O. And I think with Floyd Mayweather, when he was active, he really did put an emphasis on having that unbeaten record and how important it was. And I think it's filtered down to a lot of the fighters today. And you've seen it, the likes of Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, not singling them guys out, but, you've seen it with unbeaten fighters today where they just, not all of them want to risk losing their O. Let's just put it that way. And there are not enough of them taking risks, being prepared to face each other, two unbeaten fighters. I mean, we saw it with Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis last year. And, Regis Prograis, whose fight has been announced today with Maurice Hooker, which is a great fight, his stock went up after that defeat. So let's just leave out the excuses. The better man won on the night. Deontay Wilder can come back from this. I mean, he's only took one defeat, and it was to Tyson Fury. I mean, there are plenty of other great fights that can be made in heavyweight division. It's looking like the rubber match is going to happen. And should Deontay Wilder lose that, depending on the severity of it, then, there are other options out there. There are still exciting fights out there for Deontay Wilder to be in, such as Dillian Whyte. You've got Adam Kaunaki that can easily be made, Andy Ruiz, Jarrell Miller. There are loads of names in the heavyweight division that he could fight. So, yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there just to say that losing an unbeaten record is not the end of the world, and fighters can learn from it and be better from it. And you've only got to see some of the examples that I've already said in this video and see how their career has gone as an example of that. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of Deontay Wilder's excuses at all. Just be the bigger man and say you lost the fight, and you'll do what you can to win the rematch. That would have sat down well a lot better with everybody really. But whatever's happened. But what do you think about fighters and protecting their own nowadays, not really wanting to lose their unbeaten record? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. And do you think that this fight may have been a catalyst for some of the other unbeaten champions to face each other? I mean, it is starting to happen. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we did see Beterbiev and Vostok. The more I think about it now, there are many more fighters that are doing it. But, I mean, there are still loads of fights out there like that we'd like to see get made, like Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. So let's hope that that happens in the future, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video.